Joe Padula Show, absolutely. Hope you guys have a good 4th of July weekend. Make sure to check out that full lunar eclipse. Don't do anything stupid.
Did you know we have a local fireworks shop?
Say it again?
We have a local fireworks shop.
What do we got, a local fireworks shop?
Fuse Fireworks in Sango.
Yeah?
How cool is that?
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I've seen people are selling a lot of big tents around here.
There's a lot of big tents.
Yeah.
Truth.
Yeah. I don't know anything about those.
So they got an actual storefront for fireworks?
Mm-hmm. They're inside.
Because the tents are a ripoff.
Yeah.
I went in there and looked at these prices.
He said his are 25% cheaper than the tents.
Yeah.
And they're stored inside, so they're better quality. And what else? Oh, so the tents, they have to go with a specific brand. Mm-hmm. And he can pick whatever fireworks he wants to have in his store. It's 2 whole rooms, like this size.
And he could sell fireworks here in Tennessee all year round.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can only, in the city limits, only fire them off certain times. But in the county, pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into the conspiracy theory about the fireworks being dropped off in all these cities. Okay? Let's not get into it. Let's not get it. Not today. I can't today. I can't. I got to focus on inspiration. In our face-to-face today with Jennifer Morgan. Team USA kickboxer with the World Association of Kickboxing Organizations.
Well done.
Thank you. Traveled the world, and she now calls Tennessee her home. But how does she feel about her sport being canceled due to COVID? And what happened to her back in Oregon that made her literally run to Tennessee? Well, I can't wait to ask about some of these tips on how to stay fit during a pandemic. Let's hear her story, ladies and gentlemen. Jennifer Morgan. There she goes. All right. This is good. I like this part of the show. This is where we get to have a nice chat.
Chit-chat.
Nice chit-chat. All right, so, last year, we'll go right into the kickboxing part, but I want to go deep into your history here.
It's going to get real.
Sarajevo. You went to Sarajevo, Bosnia, right? Representing the USA over there. How'd it go?
I did. Man, it was amazing. Bosnia, Sarajevo in particular, is beautiful. Like, it's just such a neat place because there's so much history, but they've got a lot of the new, and it's just neat, just where the wars happened and stuff. It was just really neat to see, and the people over there were phenomenal.
Yeah.
They were so great.
Were they impressed with you? I mean, you're very tall, you're very strong.
Right.
How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10".
Yeah.
And
6 shoes.
and how much do you weigh? I know I'm not supposed to ask this
no,
about
you're good
women.
as a fighter. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah. So I typically walk around at about, I have around 158.
158.
Yeah,
Nice.
158.
And Casey, how much do you weigh?
You're such a jerk.
Well, I thought since we're asking women their weight now, it's okay.
It's
a
appropriate
difference
to
between
ask a fighter.
A fighter their weight class
Yeah.
and somebody else.
I was going to say, why don't you guess, but I'm not even going to go there.
Oh, can I guess?
No.
Can I guess?
I've been running,
Yeah.
and I haven't lost 1 pound. I've been working out really, really hard
She
for
just
a
went on
month.
a rant about In-N-Out Burger. Okay.
We can talk later.
But no, I mean, so what?
No, I mean, typically, as a female, most people, if they've watched me at all or seen anything, as in Waco, I fight at 155. And that was a newer weight class this year, actually. MMA, I did 145. So, not really trying to hover much more than 10-ish pounds above a fight weight, just because it makes the cut easier, life easier. And as a female, it's a little different than as a dude cutting. So
Now, what about like, okay, so kickboxing, okay?
Yeah.
Kickboxing is making a comeback from what I understand, too. Because
Absolutely.
I know MMA, okay, UFC and everything, took over the sport, if you will. But kickboxing, why is kickboxing making a comeback?
I think one, it's relatable in a different way, I think, than MMA for more people. I think that, with title and all these different, you realize the fitness aspect of it. MMA sometimes is a little more intimidating and some of that fitness stuff, but and you see a lot of females is rising up in that as well. So again, that's the spread. I could do that. I've done that. I could get involved. It's less intimidating, I think, in some ways than the ground and pound. So,
I saw a spike in Google searches and what have you for, because I go to my analytics here. Who was the girl that beat Ronda Rousey in MMA?
Holly Holmes.
Holly
That's
Holmes.
my girl.
And when she beat Ronda Rousey,
I was just gonna
I
say.
noticed a big trend of people going into. Was she a kickboxer?
Yes, so she was like world class boxer.
Okay, so
kickboxer.
she was originally kickboxer.
That's what she started.
Okay.
In that. Yeah, she started in striking and then evolved into the other arts, and went into MMA. But she was dominant. She was awesome, and that's why I loved her in there.
She's single.
And the way she did that. I don't know.
Is she?
She should check. Ask the
know.
preacher's girl. I don't
Okay.
know.
Because she made money. She made bank.
Yeah. I just actually saw a little clip on her on YouTube about like her worth, her house,
Yeah.
and all this stuff. And
What is
her
it?
life. It's like 3.3 million.
That's it?
I mean, in my life.
I was hoping for more. Never mind. Stay married, Holly Holmes. But no, I mean,
Yeah.
kickboxing is on the rise.
Yeah,
And
and she it is on the rise, and I think she did swing the door open for that in a lot of ways. She's beautiful and she's a badass.
Yeah.
And I think that's where there's a lot of connect there. Not only are guys intrigued by that, but girls are like, wow.
right.
You know, and I think that's her climbing into that and showing the power of that really opened that up, and they realized, well, I could just do that aspect of it. Oh, okay.
Casey, do you want to see how hot Holly Holmes is?
Sure, she's pretty.
Sure. Here, let me pull this up. Lawyer Wayne, you don't mind, do you?
What?
How hot Holly Holmes is?
I don't think she's in a beauty contest. I think we're supposed to care more about how much she can punch
Right.
and kick and wrestle.
All right, my computer's acting up anyway. So okay, don't worry about Holly Holmes. Okay, but okay. So anyway, so
she's just a tall, blonde hair little beauty. You know, she's
Yeah,
a
look her
girl,
up,
and
look her up.
She's a stud. Yeah.
but okay, so boom, it's getting its momentum. You know, kickboxing. You know, the guys, they're pretty tough. The girls, they're coming into their own.
Mm-hmm.
COVID shutdown.
COVID.
I can't see.
That's not the best picture of her.
Well, and also too the
Type in Holly Holmes hot, see what comes up. Then don't forget to delete your Google search afterwards.
She also Waco. We just got our Olympic accreditation, so that's another thing. It's brought a lot of population or more popularity.
Yeah.
Is now it will officially be an Olympic sport. So that also creates some credibility of like, oh,
Do you want to be in the Olympics?
100%.
100%.
Oh, I've dreamed about it since I
Yeah.
was just a little wee one.
Could
Should I show it?
could you do it? Yeah.
Can they see?
Yeah, that's her. She's hot.
Get it up there.
God, I hope you get a bad text message right now. Is she braless in that picture?
Joe.
Is she?
She's wearing like a sports bra shirt.
Oh,
Like a
okay.
little crop top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Olympics. Boom. Okay, so yeah, now here it is. COVID shuts everything down.
Right.
You got no more fights. You got no more bouts. No more tournaments.
Absolutely not.
What are you doing? Can you train? I mean, they even shut down gyms.
Yeah, they did. It's rough for a lot of people, with a lot of mandates shut down. Do what you can. I mean, some of us, still got together and did what we had to do. I mean, it's what we love. We can't just sit. We don't know when they're going to open things back up. You want to be prepared. You want to be ready. Weight's got to be, you on point to a degree, but it's you get creative and you train with who you can when you can.
Fill us in. How did you stay fit during the pandemic?
So I don't sit still very much.
Okay.
I was a bad COVID-er.
Yeah.
I gotta move. I gotta go. I gotta jam out.
I cheated the quarantine all the time.
Oh yeah.
I was sneaking into restaurants.
Yes, you were.
I was.
Yes, you were.
That didn't cheat. That's the thing is, I cook at home a lot.
Yeah.
So where it kind of got me a little bit through me was when we started running out of stuff in grocery stores pretty
Yeah.
quickly. I was like, no chicken. Okay, is it no Brussels sprouts? Okay, yeah, that threw me for a little bit more than the restaurants. The restaurants, I just. I work there, so when you're out spending money, I'm making that money. I'm going to go buy my groceries.
Yeah, because
So-
what you put in your body is just as important on what you do to your body,
if not
right?
more. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. So that was, it was
Absolutely.
absolutely.
And it goes away so
Go.
fast too. I feel like when you're training, and especially that capacity, you quit for like 2 weeks, and you might as well just
Oh yeah.
start over.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long. I mean,
No.
it does not. It's so much faster to lose it than to gain it. And that's why I always tell my clients, you might as well fight to maintain it and ride it through, because having to go backtrack and be the comeback kid all the time sucks, and it's super demotivating. So we actually kind of had a, Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club, right?
Okay.
So I guess we'll talk about Fight Club.
We'll call it something different.
No, so we had a fighter that was going to compete, and in the UFC, and his fight was not canceled. And we didn't know what was going to pop back up. We didn't know if Waka was going to jump on something we could do. So it was hard to really know what was going to go on. You wanted to stay sharp. So a lot of us we've been training together. We've been grinding together. We've been sweating together. We stayed true together. And so we kind of tucked in our hole, and we kept grinding and doing what we could. And not everybody did. Some people living with grandparents, older people said, hey, I need to bow
And they
out.
have a right
and
to
I 100% agree with that. But,
But you got a right. Like,
Yes.
imagine that. Imagine you neglected what you need to do to be a professional
Right.
kickboxer on an Olympic level.
Right. You can't just say, oh, okay, I'm not starting to train.
But I know some people who did, including some of your rivals.
Right.
Do you know you have I found out you got a couple arch nemesis.
Oh, I do.
Maybe if you can even consider them your enemy.
Sure. Okay.
You have an issue with Amanda Ginsky. You hate her.
I do?
Yeah.
That's my teammate.
Why do you hate her then?
I don't hate her. I've never said I hate her. I love Amanda.
Here.
Amanda and I are teammates.
Oh no, well, that's not what I got. Here, let me show you something.
Oh, somebody's trying to start drama when there is none.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, where are you? Hold on, I gotta switch to. I want to show the picture of her here, but it's all right. But oh yeah,
Oh, that's news to me. That's news to me.
He's just trying to. Don't let him.
He's
get
trying
to
to throw
you.
some.
I
Yeah,
tried.
right.
Yeah. There's
tried.
not even. That's why you can't find a
You
video
can't find
or a
nothing
picture.
on that. No.
no, I got a picture of her.
But not of them with beef.
Hold on. Yes, with beef.
No,
Nobody
I mean,
says that anymore.
So Amanda and I both we do fight similar weight class.
Hold on, let me turn
Oh, we
this
have the
on.
countdown to this haterade right here.
No. Yeah, it's on. Here, let me see if I got it. Yeah, here she is. Is she, yeah, this is the one. You're jealous of her.
I am?
I thought so, no?
No.
Oh. I'm trying.
So
I'm trying.
Trying.
He does that every girl that walks
thou
in
shalt
here.
not be envious, right?
Right.
Jealousy, like that doesn't get anybody anywhere.
Mhm.
I was raised with that.
Agreed.
I believe that.
Agreed.
We share an office, and anytime a girl comes in here, he's like, "You're jealous of her. You don't like her."
Why do they think all us girls have that vibe?
He just likes it. Look at that smirky smile. He just likes that.
To be honest, there she is.
There's a girl getting it.
Is she single?
I think Amanda is.
Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah, don't have beef with her then. Tell her what's up.
No need.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does she still have the belt? What, Lawyer Wayne?
Yeah, she did great at the in Bosnia.
It's a
by
big
the way,
belt.
Yeah, that is a big belt.
Amanda did great. She
she did good in Bosnia?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. Look at him scan her up and down.
No, the thing, I can't, I'm trying to get on the, that's what I was trying to zoom in on,
What
the belt.
happened was-
I'm zooming in on the belt.
Sure, that's
Look
what,
at
that's
that.
What he said.
Look at those belts. Wow.
Yeah, I know. Good for her. No, she works hard.
Nah, yeah. I'm just busting chops. I saw that you guys were teammates and that you definitely support each other very well.
Yes.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's gotten to do a lot more with Waka than I have right now. So in a lot of ways, it's kind of like, when someone spend that time, you look up to them for that. Like, hey, you've got to spend this time in it. You've gotten used to this. You know how
Yeah.
to do this. Like, those kind of people gotten over. They're just living it. And so when you're adjusting and you're changing, because with Wako or competing in kickboxing, it's a whole nother animal. There's a whole point system, and it's not just out there slinging. Like, it's very technical in a different way. And she's gotten to be under those rules and learn the point system a lot. So when she throws you some feedback on, hey, and she's fought some of the people that I'll fight.
Yeah.
Like getting scraps and stuff like that. So it's like, hey, she can kind of, hey, tidbit, because we're all in we fight the same weight class. She can drop lower than I can. So I can't drop to the one she can drop to. She can go to the one, I think it's 43. I can't drop that low because you have to maintain weight all week.
All
so
week?
you weigh every single day.
Uh-huh.
And then unless you have you don't fight that next day, you don't have to. But then you weigh in the next, you fight. So it's like you have to maintain weight all week. So I can't maintain 43 for a week. Absolutely not.
I'll tell you, I was a wrestler from second grade through college, and maintaining weight, oh my God.
It's brutal.
It's at times it's unhealthy until you find a routine that it's healthy.
Right. And maybe
Right.
this is TMI, but it's that time of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. Me
Maintain
too.
it. Ugh, it's worse.
Aunt Flo has come to visit.
Whoa, she don't play.
Olivia Parker.
Yes, she was tough. She was my first MMA fight, for real MMA fight, and she
She cheated.
No, she didn't cheat. I wasn't as prepared as I should have been.
Okay.
In the sense that, and I'm not going to take any credit away from her. Like,
I will.
She won. Okay, cool.
She's not as cute as the other one, Amanda.
Right. Amanda's got her beat on that.
Yeah.
Get it, Amanda.
Yeah, Ginsky.
So
Polish.
my grappling is where I knew I would struggle a little bit. I had taken some time off because I had hurt my back really bad. I herniated a disc.
Yeah.
So I knew. So we had to spend less time on the ground, and I told my coach before, I said, man, I just don't feel prepared in my grappling right now. I just don't feel instinctive like I normally do, and I knew I felt guarded. So I went in just thinking I knew I'd struggle there, but he says, hey, you're a fighter, you're gonna get at it. We'll see what comes out on that instinct. But my goal was to stand up with her because I know I'm a better striker. So I was like, okay, cool.
Well, you're still relatively new. Like, you weren't doing kickboxing back in the day.
No.
I mean, you were a track
athlete. Yes.
Right, track athlete.
Right. So being on my feet, that's my jam. So all the groundwork was new for me. But I still think I'm a spring chicken, but I'm not 18. So I know that my time frame is different in this sport, and I wanted to jump and get it in. I felt really prepared before that injury, and so but I wanted to take it. I was ready, and I knew I needed to learn what I needed to I needed that experience to get to the next level in what I wanted to do in that.
All right.
And at the time, I was kickboxing. That's what I started in, and I loved it. And then I started trying the grappling, and I just started absorbing it. And I was learning pretty quickly, and realized I was a heptathlete. We'll get into that. And so multiple disciplines, I love that, right? I love learning different things and combining them and that kind of stuff. So at the time, we weren't, there wasn't the I hadn't been asked on the USA team for kickboxing or anything like that. It wasn't the Olympic accreditation and everything, and MMA was the big spot. Like you said, kickboxing's recently become
I'm glad you switched the focus to kickboxing.
Yeah, and me
that
too.
sport
and
needs leaders, and I think you're part of that
and
formula.
honestly, I
what about
loved
kickboxing? No. What about transgender athletes
it. Okay.
in kickboxing?
So
Where do you stand on this?
So
Thank you, Laura Wayne, for saying you don't have to answer that.
I was tempted to.
no,
Usually-
I've
usually
nothing.
he has
I'm
stuff.
honest with what I think and believe, what I know and I don't know. And
Like, say a
I-
guy, identifies as a girl to compete in female kickboxing.
I think that if you are a male, I don't care what you identify yourself as, you should never be competing with a female.
Right.
And vice versa. And I think especially in a combat sport.
Now,
because
what
a
about those?
man-
Yeah, what's your argument for it?
Because a man genetically
Mm-hmm.
will always, at the weight, pound for pound, right, have a different edge and strength and testosterone.
Bone structure.
Bone structure, and everything is so different. They can just take something totally different, which is why we've had a cracked skull by a man into a female. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's absolutely inappropriate. I think.
Have you gotten backlash for having that view?
No, because I think that there's a lot of women, the most of them that I talk to that are competitive in sport, you can pay them enough to compete with a man. Like, they know their bodies, they know what they can do, they know what they're capable, and they're very honest about the men. I train with men solely, basically, and I know pound for pound, some of the guys that I train with, we can give each other a run for the money, but I know if they decided to unleash with the fury that they get in a fight and they see red, they will hurt me. I know that. Doesn't mean I'm not going to land a leg kick and leave a mark. It doesn't mean I can't crack something. It doesn't mean I can't send a head back and do what I need to do. It doesn't mean I can't put something in a chokehold.
Have you ever had to use your training in public, outside of the ring? I mean,
Not really.
You're
No.
heavily in the service industry, work-wise.
Yeah.
I
I'm
see
sure.
very many people wanting to mess with you.
No, yeah.
I'm sure you've been put in situations where you thought about, I might need to kick this guy.
Yeah, well, when people start getting anything, there's stuff going on, I always have somebody go, Jen, something's going on. I think you should head over there.
Oh, they call him the big
And
guns?
They told me they wanted me to step up and be a bodyguard for a little while. So I've never actually had to really lay hands on anybody. I've had to approach and have words with them. And,
Did you have words with them? Be like, listen, I'm going to need you to calm down.
Right.
All right.
The exit
Is
is
that way?
I need you to get out of here.
I love it.
No, I did have a buddy of mine who was a fighter who actually, if you guys are familiar with a teep kick, it's just his front kick, teeped this guy who was just in his face, his bouncer. He was a fighter, and he kicked him through the window, just sent him flying. I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Wow, that's awesome. Click.
Yeah, did that.
Elmira High School,
Yes, back in the day.
Oregon. Okay. Yeah, go Falcons.
Go Falcons.
Go Falcons, right. You guys were state champs in hockey
In hockey.
back in the day. But you a track and field star.
Yeah.
But then the Northwest Christian University.
Uh-huh.
Bible studies and education.
Tried it. Wasn't a fan.
Lawyer Wayne,
Yes.
what did you go to school for?
In college?
Yeah.
I went to business, but I went to Lee University, so everybody also had a minor in Bible. It was a Church of God school. Had to do chapel and Bible classes and all that.
Why go that route? I'm a religious guy. Jesus Christ is my Lord and personal Savior.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to,
No.
how dare you? How dare thee?
No, I was, born and raised, conservative Christian, non-denominational, West Coast kid, and I had thought. So I was going to Oregon State, and then
It's a shame.
no, I know it's okay. I'm a duck, so
Duck
it's okay.
you.
So I went to, I was at Oregon State. I was on the rowing team. Found out something with my hip. I couldn't row, but really basketball. That's another story how I got into rowing. But basketball, track, big time loves of mine. Wanted to do it in college, and so when rowing wasn't going to work out, I thought, well, I'm going to try to walk onto the basketball team and play ball, because everything I did playing ball didn't hurt me at all. So was trying for that. Went to try to walk on. Had a great run playing with the girls, but in college I'm not tall. So
that's
as
right.
we're coming to the final
right.
walk-on tryouts,
Right.
this girl walks in. She's like 6'4". Coach looks at me, and I was like, and I'm going for power forward. That's where I play.
Yeah.
And she's same thing, super tall, and they were really struggling for height. And I knew what her look was. She
Yeah.
was like, I mean, you could play. I feel like you'd ride the bench more than you wanted to. Well, a buddy of mine who I knew in high school was at Northwest Christian, and he knew what I was doing. Talked to the coach there, and I get this phone call, this coach saying, "Hey, we'd like you to come out. We'd like you to come check out. We want to possibly recruit you." And I was like,
For basketball.
For basketball. I'm like, how do you know me?
Yeah.
So I found out it was my buddy. He called me and said, "Hey, you'll be getting a call soon." I said, "Already did." So he kind of hooked that up. I went out, had a great meeting with him, and then for scholarship, whatever, got on the team. Well, I consider Northwest Christian because at the time I wondered if I wanted to get into education.
Uh-huh.
And they were all about, they were an education school. So I thought, oh, this would be great. And they were, Christian school. So I thought, oh, I wonder what it would be like to combine my biblical study,
Right.
biblical with that. I've never done that.
Teach the Bible.
Like get into doing your biblical studies while you're doing your
Yeah.
life studies or your career studies. And wasn't for me. I'll just put it that way. I didn't like it.
Drugs and alcohol?
Huh?
Drugs and alcohol?
You don't have to answer that.
None. No.
When's the first time you drank alcohol?
First time I drank alcohol.
You also don't have to answer that.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
21.
I was actually 23. It was the first time.
Yeah,
I had
late
some
bloomer,
alcohol.
right?
I was super late bloomer. Yeah.
Why? Didn't want to.
Well, first I just never really. I was always an athlete.
Yeah.
And so anything was
That's
good for
right.
my body just didn't. And not that alcohol was bad. I mean,
Never gave to peer pressure, though, huh?
I didn't. And I think a lot of people in high school. I had some nicknames in high school.
What were your nicknames?
I found this out after high school. And a lot of them say, don't invite Jen, don't corrupt her, don't corrupt her, and I found
Don't corrupt her.
Don't corrupt her, yeah.
Okay.
And I was look, don't touch, and
You were look, don't touch. Why?
I was a heartbreaker.
When was the?
Found that out. I didn't
when
know
was
that.
the last time that someone touched? Look, don't touch. Oh my God, this conservative lifestyle. I envy it. Good for you.
So I had some friends die in high school from
Die.
alcohol, driving.
Oh,
got hit
DUI,
by-
huh?
Yeah, one of them got hit by a drunk driver.
Damn.
And so it was just one of those things that I had an uncle
Yeah.
that was an alcoholic and recovering, and he almost lost his life. So it didn't have a lot of positive connotations. And not that I judged it, I just wasn't really interested. And really why I had my first drink is I started working at a really fine dining French restaurant. And my chef was like, "We're gonna go to this winery. I want you guys to taste.
Wine's
it.
the
I want
best.
To talk about. Oh, I love
Wine's
wine.
not drinking.
Oh, I love
wine
wine.
is.
I'm a wino for sure.
You won't have wine on me.
If you can still
And
get
my
drunk,
dad-
just drink.
No, it's not. Wine's not drinking. Wine's acceptable drinking.
And my dad is like a self-taught
That's a good
sommelier.
point, though.
He's a self-taught sommelier. He's amazing.
Really?
Oh yeah. He's had winer.
Is
Like,
he in the
vineyards.
area or is he over
He's
there
in Oregon.
still?
He's in Oregon in McMinnville, where I was born, actually. And so I called my dad, and I was like, "Dad, we're going to this winery. We got to know how to pair. Taste. I need some lessons." He's like, in wine? He's like, absolutely.
We're starting a wine club right here in this building in the event center.
Hey, sign me up first.
Oh yeah.
So we went to the Oregon wine tasting room, and we did from the lights to the darks, the whole shebang. And I fell in love with wine in that moment. I was so on fire, and
Wine's
it was
the
like,
best.
this is amazing. And so that's when I first started.
What about crack? Ever do crack?
Never done crack.
No, or drugs?
No.
Not even.
You always try to create dirt. Her story is so
I'm not
good.
trying to create dirt.
Yes, you are.
No, here's the thing. I'm showing, hey, you don't have to do drugs or drink beer.
No.
You can drink
Well, then
wine.
just say that.
That's her to say.
No, I didn't do any of it.
Right.
Actually, a lot of people wonder. They're like, so you smoke pot, right? Like, you're from the West Coast, from
Yeah,
Oregon,
yeah.
and I'm from Hippieville, whatever.
Yeah.
Never smoked pot.
See?
Never smoked pot. Although I love some CBD now.
Yeah, CBD.
It's
Emerald City
changed
CBD.
my life.
Right.
Yes.
Tattoo Betty.
Tattoo Betty lover.
Who, well, let me tell you. Her and
She's
I don't
fantastic.
agree on a lot of things politically.
But
And-
she's good people.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. But
Yeah.
I keep telling her, stop texting me. Let's talk about it on the show. I'm not having these arguments with you via text.
Yeah.
Make time and we'll do it on the show.
Yeah, my hands get tired. I can't
Yeah.
do that.
Stop sending me links that you just found on Facebook. Let's talk
Let's
about
go
it.
hang out. Yeah. So no, I never been into drugs. I do enjoy a good drink here and there. I'm
Yeah.
a social drinker. So
No, I'm a drunk when it comes to wine. That's the truth. But then Tennessee State University, huh?
yeah. So when I originally came out here, obviously I was doing
And that-
track,
Exercise science, huh?
chasing the Olympics,
Yeah.
and
So you wanted to be an Olympic star for track.
oh yes, I was.
What
a,
What did
event?
you do in track?
I was a heptathlete, and for those who don't know,
What's
that
that?
was 7 events.
That's 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Us
I
athletes
did
know.
track.
We know
I
that.
did track in high school, and they only let me run like 2.
Yeah. She was bigger back then. She did shot put.
I was not.
Hey.
I was tiny.
Yeah, so I
What
did 7
happened?
events. Again, I don't sit still very well.
Right.
So, yeah, so I was training for that and moving around, for coaches. Came out here for a track coach, a really good track coach. I was looking for a new hep coach. I had some good coaches, but I needed one. I needed a specific hep coach, and so that's kind of what brought me out here, was training for that. And then I broke my foot before the trials, so that shut that down.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, I promised myself that, because I stopped.
How'd you break your foot? Oh, drunk wine?
no.
Wine? Were you on wine that night?
No, actually, sad. I was actually another good girl story. I was actually at the mission, the women's mission, and I was with my coach. Once a week, we would teach a fitness class to the girls. It was, voluntary. And
One of them stepped on your foot. Those big girls over at the missionary.
hey, you be nice.
Come on. You know how big they
and
get.
we did this cool thing where they would earn points for working out, and they would log it, and then they would get their workout bucks for how many points. And then
Okay.
we had clothes donated, like fitness clothes, tennis shoes, t-shirts, shorts, and so once every 2 weeks, they would shop with their fitness bucks. And so one day we were shopping.
Fitness bucks.
It was great. And so we'd bring out these boxes that people donated, and these girls would have their bucks, and they would get their fitness clothes. And one day I'm loading it up and loading the box, and they had resealed their concrete floor in that room. And then one of the tables, as I was picking up a box, collapsed right on top of my foot, smashed it, broke 2 metatarsals, crushed all the soft tissue.
How long was recovery?
Too long.
Too long?
Too long. Fortunately, I didn't get put in a cast, but I had to boot it for a while, and it was hard because I also broke my foot right before the 08 trials as well. I had a chiropractor break my foot then. And so it was this really eerie,
Sydney.
uncomfortable feeling.
Wait, it was Beijing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beijing. Yeah. So that was brutal. And to have it happen again was just almost like surreal.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, but when I was in Oregon, I was encouraged by one of my coaches. He was an Olympian, previous Olympian, Lance Steele. I will never forget that man's name because he kicked me out of the bird's nest, sent me on my course.
Yeah.
And he was amazing.
Sometimes you got to get out of the nest.
Oh, yeah. He was awesome.
Tennessee was outside of that nest.
Yeah. Well,
Why did he say Tennessee?
Well, he didn't say Tennessee. What he said was, I think he sat me down one day as I was training with the Ducks, because I walked down there, and he said, so, why are you here? What is your end goal? And he was a real quiet coach. And I said, well, I want to go to the Olympics. He said, okay, I know. So I was like, okay. I said, wasn't that every trackster's dream at this level and collegiate is to make the Olympics? And he says, no, it's not everybody's dream. And that just dumbfounded me. I was like, really? Why would you do it this? Why would you train this hard? Why would you do this if that's not your goal? And so he says, it's not. And the passion and the drive that I see in you, I can't coach. and I can coach a body to do anything, but I can't coach that in you.
How lazy of him.
And I think you need to pursue that.
Wow.
And I was just kind of like,
yeah, that's leadership.
I got this ex-Olympian, like medalist, and he said that I know some coaches, and I really want you to think on it. And he was not the type of coach to say a lot, and so I was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's everything you'd want to hear. So we kept training, and he sat me down about another 2 weeks and said, have you thought about what I said? And so he said, I know you'll leave the team. You won't be wearing the green and the yellow and be a duck, and that's a big deal. But it's a very different plan, and I think you have what it takes for that red, white, and blue. And I was like, okay. So I got introduced to a coach, and I met him and found one that we connected, and that's when the journey started. And that was just the biggest life changer, and to have someone give me the confidence.
So when you got here, why did you end your track and field dreams and switch to which eventually became kickboxing?
Yeah, so I went into so after I broke my foot, I thought I'm going to finish up my degree because I stopped it to go train for the Olympics. I thought I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. So picked Tennessee State because just financially I got the best situation. I was able to coach and train at the same time, all the above. So it really fit.
Nashville campus, right?
Yeah.
Austin P was second.
Yeah, they were second. Yeah. So TSU's had the better setup for me. So anyways, I was recovering from my injury, and I was looking for a new strength coach. I'd done a lot of my own strength coaching, and I knew at this point I really need to get to another level, and I'm recovering some injuries, and I've got stuff in my head. I just really want a new coach. So I was on the hunt, and a buddy of mine who was an ex-decathlete was a fighter now. And he said, man, I know a coach you should go in and check out, and he's over at this gym. You should go and meet him.
Yeah.
So I set up time to go meet him. What was a fight gym? And I started training with him, doing our stuff, working on the foot and the agility and things like that, and the plyometrics, just get me back. And the coaches started poking at me, and they're like, hey, have you ever tried kickboxing?
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, I hurdle.
I hurdle.
And so they kept poking. So I eventually thought I'd just give it a shot, because a lot of people told me that I'd love martial arts, just because anything is tough, I'd love to try it. And so sure enough, I gave it a shot. And after my first fight, I fell in love. I put on the gloves, hung up the spikes, and I never went back.
Well, we got to make sure that you get to the Olympics.
Yes, please.
That's the goal.
That's the dream.
That's the goal, and because you'll do us so much proud.
What a cool spin. I feel if, track didn't work out, but I get this cool spin, and I get to use all the agility and ability and everything I learned in track to take it into this another sport and still get to represent for the red, white, and blue. Like, what a cool twist.
I'll tell you what.
This dream,
Tokyo was supposed to be 2020, but it's 2021.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, and
maybe 2021 we'll see you there.
Whether they're going to have kickboxing is a debate still in that games, and I really am hoping that.
Well, maybe you needed this little. Maybe you set up all this COVID so they can have the time to. I knew it. I knew it. You're one of them. You're one of them.
2021, 2024 is going to be my last big run, and I'm going to give it all I got and go ham and hopefully get to rock that red, white, and blue and bring home a medal.
Yeah, get that dream.
That's the dream, man.
You made a post the other day. I live in North Nashville, Tennessee. If you are a law enforcement officer and need a break, you can come park outside my home. If you are thirsty, I will bring you a drink. If you are hungry, I will fix you food. If you are hot, you can come inside. No, it says if you are hot, I will invite you inside to cool off.
That's so sweet.
Thanks.
I love
If you need
that.
backup, I will stand with you.
Absolutely.
If you need to cry, I will hug you and let you.
Yes.
If you need to talk, I will listen. If you need to pray, I will kneel and pray with you. If you are wrong, I will tell you. If you are right, I will support you. Nice words. Yeah, I ask you to don't lose faith in Americans. We are not all against you. Our lives matter, as do yours. Mm-hmm. Please see the good people that are here for you and appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Hell of a post there.
That makes me want to cry.
Right.
That's solid.
Yeah.
So good. Did you do all that yourself?
No.
I
didn't.
Oh.
I didn't. I stole that post, but it was like,
But
wow.
it takes
that's my
balls
heart
to
now.
post it
So
today.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
does.
does.
Takes balls to
For
do it.
real.
Yeah, and I meant it 100%. I think that this, I don't know. I got a lot of support for those guys. I know they're out running it rough.
Tough gig.
And I've known them, and it is a tough gig. And in every industry, in every field of work, there's some not good individuals because we're humans. But as a whole, I mean, what they do and the lives they live and the families behind them, everything. I'm like, look, like the majority is not that. The majority is not the asshole, if you will. The majority is people who choose to do a job because they love
Yeah.
our country and want to take care of us and want us to live in a good, safe place.
Believe you me, the silent majority is about to get loud.
Oh, absolutely.
It's about to get
Rise
loud.
up, baby. Rise up.
Appreciate you telling your story here today.
I have
Yeah,
a question.
yeah, ask,
Did you
please.
put your address on the post?
No, I live in North Nashville. I didn't want to get that.
That's a good question, actually.
That's specific. But
Tear her house down!
you know,
She's
I
a
was gonna say,
racist!
now that is brave.
She's a
But, you know,
racist!
to me, it's like there's black, white, yellow, green, whatever cops. They're all of them. So I'm just
Not on TV anymore.
Yeah. You know what's funny though? I gotta say, one of my friends, she's blonde.
Tell her
green
what's
eyes,
up.
and she says, "You know, I will for you."
Thank you.
She said, "You know what's crazy? Watch this." We were watching. I went over her house. She had the TV on. She says, "Tell me the next time in any of these commercials or anything that come on, if you see a blonde-haired girl, green eye, blue eye, whatever." Not a one. She goes, "I am a minority now." And they're all brunettes and colors. She goes, "I don't even see me anymore." And
But
I'm
they
like-
still get kidnapped, though.
Yeah, you're damn right. Bay.
So, it's listen, my sports have been a journey, and I feel like it's gonna end strong, and I'm excited about it. And
Good. Just
super
don't forget
grateful.
us when you go to the Olympics,
I
all right?
can't. I won't.
And you got to come back after you win a medal, all right?
Absolutely.
The gold.
Yes, that's
Okay?
that's the plan.
Even if you got to cheat and dope, okay? And do stuff like that, you do it. All right?
right.
Ever hear of the name of Prefontaine?
Oh, how have I not? We used to
Right.
go by his rock all the
Well,
time
his
for
rock.
training. Yeah.
Man.
Fontaine's Rock.
Ever hear of him, Casey? No?
You
read
need
it.
to watch the movie.
Read a
You know,
book.
I actually have
Read a book. Don't
I
watch the movie.
I have a buddy.
I
Who's
heard the
inspired.
movie's like not really.
It's good.
Yeah?
It's inspirational.
Okay.
I had a buddy who was an artist who did a life-size sketch of him in his race for me to hang on my wall, and it is epic.
Prefontaine, one of the could have been one of the, if not the greatest runner of all time.
Right. Well,
distance.
now, who's the guy that they're all talking about in Oregon now?
Friggin'
Say it.
Tim Tebow? I don't know. Sega! Who's the guy now?
You don't know his name?
No, who is
Young
it?
kid. They actually did a picture with him wearing a mask, saying that he ran a race in a mask. So don't tell me you can't breathe.
I don't like him already.
Oh, and then never mind. I'll give you his name.
don't like him
No, you
already.
Throw some shade.
Yeah. I don't
on.
want to be guilted into wearing masks.
I'm with you on that. I'm with
Right.
you on that.
So why is he trying to guilt us?
He's not. Well, whoever posted that was.
You know what? Maybe
for
he was paid to do it.
For sure.
And if that's the case, I hear you.
Hey, if Nike
I
wants
got
to pay
bills
me
to,
to do
I
that,
got bills
I'll
to
wear
pay
that.
too. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Forget
Good
about
times.
it. Casey, what did you learn on the show today? Anything exciting?
I don't know. Your story was really cool. I
Thank
love
you.
it.
I will
Not
tell more of it.
yours.
Oh.
It was very nice to meet you.
It's really good to meet you too.
I like strong girls that aren't afraid to talk their opinion and
Mm-hmm.
go for their goals, and I think it's great.
Yeah, good for you. All right.
Good feels.
Nice job, Casey. Good to have you back.
Thanks.
Local Clarksville. Download the app. Eat, shop, play. Local.
Eat, laugh.
Lawyer Wayne, what did you learn on the show today?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh, Epstein's
Yes.
ex-girlfriend, partner, madam.
She's not going to kill herself.
She's not going to kill herself.
Nope.
But she might not make it out.
I think she's going to be protected, man.
Okay.
I think they're like, listen, we kind of screwed the pooch on that Epstein one.
Maybe.
Okay.
This time we're going to make it look like a riot.
No. She's going to be...
It's gonna be Corona.
No.
Corona. Yeah.
No.
He did that like
Keep her alive. We need those names.
Oh, what
No.
happened to the black book?
No, we don't. The black book's still there. It's just in the evidence.
Oh, they
There's got to be a trial.
collecting
The guy's dead. There's no trial.
Oh, so
But now we can perhaps maybe have a trial. We'll see.
We'll see.
where did they have that
Nice
book?
job, Lawyer Wayne.
Where did
Thank
they
you.
have it at?
In
what state?
in the exhibit room.
What
I'm sure
state?
it's in a safe.
Yeah, oh,
place.
yeah.
I hope it's down in Cincinnati.
Definitely not going to have
No.
the water line break,
No.
spoil it or anything.
Right.
Right.
Don't even say it, Lawyer Wayne. Bay, what'd you learn on the show today?
Oh, they caught the other dude in Nashville.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're inciting a riot.
Yeah.
Don't be an idiot. Okay?
Don't be violent.
And here you look at the big picture. The guy was inciting the riot not because of George Floyd, because he wanted to go in the boot store. And with the theft stuff that he stole too.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Okay? Yeah, allegedly until convicted, right?
I just also want to invite anybody that feels like being violent. I need you to come to the gym.
Yeah.
I need you to come to my gym.
Yeah, bring it.
We got a bunch of people that want to talk to you.
That's right.
Come and speak your mind there, my friend.
If you want, I'll teach some of the people over there how it's done.
Okay. Yeah, please. I'd like to.
Too easy.
I would love to see that, actually.
Are you kidding me?
I'll bring my camera.
Right. Watch Joe and I throw down.
With your wine glass passed
can we
out
do-
on the floor.
Can we do drunk kickboxing?
Sure. It's,
Wine kickboxing. Lawyer Wayne, you in?
Drunken boxing?
Yeah. Kickboxing.
Drunken kickboxing.
Yeah.
I'll be there for the drinking at least. I don't know about
Joe
the
would have
boxing.
some new spinning techniques we've never seen.
Yeah, spinning head technique. What did I learn on the show today? Yes,
Nobody asked you.
We have I asked myself. That's the thing when you sit in the host chair. And my mom's calling right now. Should I put her on?
Hi, Mom.
Okay, all right. I learned that I will never wear this shirt again if Casey Bryant's coming on the show. I don't like that
We're
we're wearing
Twinkies.
blues. You can't say we're Twinkies.
Why?
Because that doesn't sound right. No, it
Like the
don't.
same. They're two in the same.
Twinkies.
Right? Isn't that?
It doesn't
it's
sound-
so
I think you're
good.
thinking of Twix.
I learned I'm Joe's
Yeah.
new favorite. That's
We're
what I learned.
Twix.
There you go. I love it. All right, Clarksville, we got to get out of here, but we'll see you tomorrow. We got a very special 4th of July special, okay? I got the head of the VA coming in tomorrow. I can't wait. Veterans Affair for this area. So, yeah, Andrew Kester. So he's coming on. And he's going to go over some of the things that we veterans are missing out on, myself included, okay? There's a whole lot for us, and we're not taking advantage. We earned it, they say. Well, I'll find out tomorrow. All right. See you then. And thank you for allowing us, enabling us
healthy.
to tell your story here on the Joe Padula Show. Absolutely.